Hi, this is Dr. Patrick Cohn back with another golf psychology podcast. I'm going to start talking about the value of pre-shot routines and what makes up a routine in my new series on how to have an excellent pre-shot routine. You're watching the Golf Psychology Podcast. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and also hit the notification button so you'll be notified when we have new videos. So I receive a ton of questions about pre-shot routines. Now, are pre-shot routines important? Absolutely, pre-shot routines are important. Are they everything when it comes to the mental game? No. There's lots of other things in terms of confidence and focus and composure that are extremely important for a golfer's mental game. But this week, I'm going to start talking about the value of pre-shot routines, what a good pre-shot routine looks like for you, and how you can improve your pre-shot routine on the golf course and on the range as well. But I'd like to start with a little background information about how I got started in this area of pre-shot routines. Back in the late 80s, I went to the University of Virginia, and there I studied with Bob Rotella. Bob Rotella, as you know, he's a big golf psychologist. He works with many tour pros still today. So at the time, I was very much interested in researching pre-shot routines and the value of pre-shot routines. And I actually did that for my doctoral dissertation at the University of Virginia. Yes, I studied the golf team there at UVA on their pre-shot routines. And I recorded their routines, and then I interviewed them after the rounds and asked them what they were thinking about during their pre-shot routines. So this was only full shot. Not sure if I did putting or not. In this particular series, I'm going to start talking about the full shot routine, so we'll relate it to the full shot. This was a qualitative study and not a quantitative study, basically looking at their responses to the pre-shot routine when they were backing off or restarting, and also some of their thoughts during the pre-shot routine. Here's what I found out that came out of my research with the golf team. After I completed and compiled all the data, what I found out is that certain golfers loved it when they had a pre-shot routine, they voiced that pre-shot routine to me, then they had to adhere to that pre-shot routine. And that's really what the study was all about, is adhering to a pre-shot routine. They knew they were being monitored. I was going to record them, and then I was going to talk to them after the round and find out what they were thinking during their routine. Just the fact that I made them aware of their own routine, I didn't give them a routine. The fact that they had to voice their routine to me, both physically and mentally, and I made them aware of that, then they became more in tune with that. We call that self-monitoring in the mental coaching world. They were essentially self-monitoring or being more self-aware of their pre-shot routine. And what I ultimately found out is half the golfers loved that. It gave them structure. It gave them something to focus on during their shot. It helped them really dial in. However, there was other golfers that complained that it was too busy, it was too noisy, like they were focusing too much on the routine and not the shot itself. And that's the thing. You can be out there trying to have a perfect routine, right? And then you forget about the shot and what you're trying to do. So ultimately, the goal is not to have a perfect pre-shot routine and do all the steps in your pre-shot routine. Ultimately, the goal is to get yourself into a confident, focused, and a trusting mindset when it comes time to pull the trigger. So for those 2 or 3 individuals on the golf team that said it was just too much, I was overthinking it, that probably wasn't good for them because they didn't have time to really practice what I was asking them to do, and that is show me a consistent routine from round to round. However, the other golfers that did enjoy it and did like it, they said, well, that really helped with my anxiety and my tension, and I was able to really just focus on the routine and not worry about the outcome of the shot. So that's ultimately what came out of my doctoral dissertation at UVA. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to talk about what is a routine, what goes into routine, what are the steps you should take in the routine, what's the mental routine like, and what should you do physically over the ball as well. So I've got lots of great content coming your way on pre-shot routines. I've never done this before. I'm going to really dive in deep each and every video with you on pre-shot routines and having an excellent pre-shot routine. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. I will see you in the next one. Thanks.